Hi guys and welcome. This is Warhawk Beyond 2040 bringing to you another video, and today I want to discuss something that has been talked about by a lot of hardcore geeks and fans, myself included, and that's the status of Arrow's John Diggle. Now, ever since John Diggle first appeared in Arrow, all the way back in season 1, there have been a lot of speculation that John Diggle is secretly John Stewart. Now, everyone has gone on record to say that John Diggle is a completely original character and he's nothing to do with John Stewart whatsoever. But it does beg the question if John Diggle is secretly the Arrowverse's John Stewart, because number one, their backstories are very, very similar. John Stewart in the comics was a member of the army as a serviceman, just like John Diggle is the same in Arrow. So it does beg the question if John Diggle and John Stewart are one and the same. Now, in the last crossover, Elseworlds, Earth 90's The Flash came to warn the heroes about the multiverse being in jeopardy, and one of the first things he said to John Diggle was, "John, where's your ring?" which sent the entire world into complete meltdown and started speculating that John Diggle from another Earth is actually the Green Lantern. Now everybody knows that John Stewart in the comic books and in the Justice League animated series is the Green Lantern. So with Final Crisis coming up as the next big crossover, could they actually pull the trigger and make John Diggle into the Green Lantern? Now, I have a theory on how I would like to see them pull this off. I remember a good friend of mine came up with this really cool theory, and I thought this would be a great idea to take that theory of my friends and basically expand upon it. How I'd like to see them address this is I would like to see a really cool scene with John Diggle and Oliver Queen, and with the whole world in turmoil, John Diggle could turn around to Oliver and say, "Look, in the likelihood that we may not make it out of this alive, there's something I have to tell you. It's a burden I've been carrying on my shoulders for my entire life, and I feel really bad lying to you because, I've always looked at you as like a brother, more than my real brother." John Diggle could reveal that his real name is John Stewart, and that the reason why he never told Oliver was because when he was young, him and his mum went into witness protection program because of his abusive father, and the name Diggle is actually his mother's maiden name. So that could be the reason why he never told Oliver, and that his real name is actually John Stewart. So that could be a really cool way to wrap everything up. And also, what I would like to see is maybe the Guardians of Oa could make a cameo and bring John Diggle and basically choose him as the next Green Lantern, saying that you've proved yourself as a worthy hero and you have the heart and all the skills to be a worthy Green Lantern. So they hand him the ring and he becomes the Green Lantern and joins the rest of the heroes in the final battle of the multiverse. Now, obviously, we all know that Arrow is going to end after season 8 with 10 episodes, and I'm not sure how they could do this, but I personally would love to see David Ramsey have his own spin-off show as the Green Lantern. Now, obviously, budget-wise, it'd be a tricky thing to do, what with all the CGI and special effects involving the Green Lantern. But I've always said that David Ramsey is one of my favourite things I love about the Arrow. For me, he's the heart and soul of the show. I think Arrow would have still been a great show regardless, but I think David Ramsey's portrayal of John Diggle is what helped make the show what it is. He's the only guy who could talk straight to Oliver and give him that much needed kick up the ass that he needs. He's kind of like a combination of Alfred and Nightwing, and what I mean by that is he's got all the loyalty and qualities of Alfred, but he's got that take no shit approach like Nightwing. In other words, he's not afraid to tell Oliver his fortune, so to speak. If he's not happy with something that Oliver does or something that he decides, Diggle will be the guy to just turn around and tell him, saying, "Hang on a minute, man. I don't agree with this. I don't like this. This is a bad idea. You need to think about this." And the two of them going back and forth has always made for great TV. They're more like brothers than just allies/friends. Plus, with Arrow coming to an end after season 8, I would love to see them give John Diggle a nice payoff by not only having him be addressed as John Stewart, but to actually see him become the Green Lantern. And I think that would be a really cool way to not only end the show, but to also end John Diggle's story arc that he has developed for himself over the course of 7 seasons. So I'm going to leave this here. Let me know what your thoughts and theories are. Is this what you would do? Would you go with this idea? Or do you have something completely different to this? Take care, everyone, and I will see you next time.